Good morning, Mr. Truman. My name is Lacey. I'm the business manager. May I join you?
Yes, you may.
Great, thank you. I have 3 responsibilities here at the dealership. First, to complete and review your paperwork. Second, to assist you in your funding needs. And finally, to get you on your way as quickly as possible. May I begin?
Yes.
Great. For title purposes, is this the way you would like your name to appear on the title? Tracy Truman, Tracy Truman?
Yes.
Awesome. And is this the correct address? 123 Main Ave, Miami, Florida, 12345?
Yes.
Perfect. I see that you're purchasing a 2016 Ford Fusion Black with 10 miles. How long do you plan on keeping the vehicle?
5 years.
5 years. And how many miles per year will you be driving?
15,000.
15,000. Where do you have the maintenance done on your vehicle?
At the dealership.
Okay, perfect. How often do you have the maintenance done?
Whenever the light comes on.
So maintenance is important to you?
Yes.
Perfect. I see you have a payoff of $9,738.08. Did you verify this, or did your salesperson?
My salesperson.
Perfect. Do you have any service or maintenance contracts on your trade that need to be canceled?
No.
Is this the correct insurance information? JMFE Insurance Company?
Yes.
Have you contacted your agent yet, and do you have full coverage?
No and yes.
No worries. What is your deductible?
500.
All right, Mr. Truman, these are the figures you've agreed to. This is your down payment of $1,000, and that leaves you with an unpaid balance shown here. Some of the questions that I have to ask next are about your credit. Would you feel more comfortable here or in the business office?
Here.
Perfect. Let's review your credit application. Did you complete this, or did your salesperson?
We did it together.
Perfect. I see that you are a maintenance tech at Pinnacle Corporation, and you make $52,500 a year. Is that before or after taxes?
Before taxes.
Do you have any additional income?
No, I do not.
Okay. Before we go over your credit, would you say your credit is good, bad, or somewhere in between?
Somewhere in between.
What makes you say that?
Divorce.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It happens.
In reviewing your credit, I did notice a few other things that the finance company may ask me about. Looks like you have a furniture account in collections in the amount of $1,153. What happened?
That was part of the divorce. She was supposed to cover the bill. I have it in the divorce decree that she was supposed to do it.
Understandable. Is this account current?
Unfortunately, no. I'm disputing it on my
And you
end.
don't have any documentation?
I do.
You do, perfect. Alrighty, I need you to complete this brief statement, written statement, just explaining the situation, what documentation you do or do not have, just so that way we can keep this between you and the lender, okay? Alrighty, Mr. Truman, I have enough information to get your paperwork started. I'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll get you on your way as soon as possible, okay?
Awesome.
Alrighty, Mr. Truman. I noticed that you have been quoted a payment of $488.57 a day, a month. And I want you to know that you can take delivery of the vehicle at that payment with approved credit. Based on the information you shared with me earlier, there are many options available. May I begin?
Yes, you may.
Okay. These are the figures you've agreed to. This is your APR. By choosing the preferred option, you received a vehicle protection plan for 5 years, 75,000 miles. You told me that you plan on keeping the vehicle for 5 years and driving 15,000 miles per year, right?
Yes.
This is our platinum mechanical breakdown coverage. It will cover parts and labor due to the failure of a covered component, and it has a $0 deductible. Car care maintenance plan. You told me that maintenance was important to you, right?
Yes.
This 3-year, 35,000 mile standard plan will provide maintenance to your vehicle every 5,000 miles. Maintenance includes lube, oil, filter, 15-point vehicle inspection, and value-added coupons. Gap total loss action may waive the full balance of your loan if your vehicle suffers a total loss and your insurance does not cover the full balance of your finance contract. Also, you told me you have a deductible of $500. This may waive your deductible up to $1,000. Road hazard tire and wheel coverage. This 5-year unlimited mileage deluxe plan will pay to repair or replace your wheels or tires if they're damaged by a covered road hazard. And it has a lifetime payout of $5,000. Data Dots. Data Dots is a theft deterrent system that marks specific parts of your vehicle with numbering coded microdots for vehicle identification. If your vehicle is stolen within the first 3 years of ownership and not recovered within 30 days, you will receive $5,000. These are your payment options. We recommend that you review your product contracts for additional coverage, benefits, and exclusions. Do you have any questions about the preferred option before I move to the value?
No, I do not.
Okay. By choosing the value option, you receive the same coverage as the preferred, however, you forfeit data dots. This means that your vehicle does not have any additional theft deterrent. If your vehicle is stolen and not recovered, you will not receive the $5,000. These are your payment options. By choosing the basic option, you receive the same coverage as the value, however, you forfeit road hazard tire and wheel coverage. This means if your tires or wheels are damaged as a direct result of a road hazard, you will be responsible for the repair or the replacement. These are your payment options. By choosing the economy option, you receive the same coverage as the basic, however, you forfeit gap. This means if your vehicle suffers a total loss and your insurance does not cover the full balance of your finance contract, you will be responsible for the difference. These are your payment options. Now, do you have any questions about the options that I just presented to you before I ask you to choose one?
No, I do not.
Perfect. Out of all of the options that I just presented, which one best suits you?
I'm just gonna go with the base payment.
The base payment, I understand. Now, just out of curiosity, what was it about the economy option that concerned you?
The money.
It cost too much, or?
It costs too much.
I completely understand. All right, Mr. Chairman, I completely understand how you feel. It's hard to justify the cost if you can't see the value. To see if this would be cost effective for you, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Have you ever watched NASCAR or a similar race?
Yes, I have.
Me too. Now, if you had to guess, how much would you think one of those cars cost?
300,000 or more?
Correct. They do. They cost $300,000 or more. And how skilled do you think those mechanics are that build those vehicles?
Probably pretty good.
They are. In fact, they're the best in the world. And would you agree, Mr. Truman, that they also use the best parts available?
Absolutely.
Of course. So, you have a vehicle that costs $300,000 or more, built by the best mechanics in the world, driven by the most skilled drivers in the world, and they use the best parts available. And outside of a crash, what would be the only other reason that they wouldn't finish a race, Mr. Truman?
Mechanical failure.
Exactly, mechanical failure. And wouldn't you agree, Mr. Truman, that if a vehicle like this can suffer mechanical failure, that your vehicle could too?
Yes.
I couldn't agree more with you. Now, did you want to do the 5-year 60,000 plan or the 6-year 100,000 plan?
6-year 100.
I think I'm still gonna.
Oh, I think I'm still gonna do the base payment.
I understand. Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Not at all.
Perfect. So the service agreement, it costs $2,000, correct?
Yes.
And that service agreement provides you with 5 years of coverage. So do me a favor, Mr. Truman. take my calculator and divide $2,000 by 5 years. What do you get?
400.
Correct. That is $400 per year. Now take that $400 and divide it by 12. What do you get?
$33.33.
Correct. That is $33.33 a month. Now take that $33.33 a month and divide it by 30 days. And what do you get?
$1.11.
Correct, Mr. Truman. That is $1.11 a day. And wouldn't you agree with me that for this level of coverage, it is worth $1.11 a day?
Yes, I do.
I couldn't agree more with you. Now, do you want your payment to start in 30 days or 45?
45.
Perfect. Circle the payment